do you charge an admin?
Only on third-party finance companies where they charge us one. So I would, if they any admin fees, well, what's yours? 300 quid, fine, add it on. But that's it. And then they've got the cheek to say, oh, can you knock the admin fee off? Well, can you?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Do you want to
can we have some commission?
Yeah, tell us. Yeah, how much is the commission? We'll work something out.
I can live without the commission on those deals, but to swallow a £300 fee and in a where everything's being squeezed at the minute, no.
Do you know how much of a pain those third party deals can be? So straightforward and easy and such hand-me's, but they can be such a fucking nightmare as well later on down the line. We had someone else on the podcast. He's got Chic and he's got Motor for You and East Sussex. He's got 300 odd cars.
Yeah.
And he charges 650 quid admin fee for third party finance. And he's like, they'll pay it. It's getting added on. And I was like, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to start 500 quid because at the end of the day, it's a bit like some customers. With some customers, you say something to them that's reasonable, and they're like, "Oh, I don't like that," and you could lose the sale over it. Now I'm like, good. So I feel like if you've got a third-party deal and you say, look, it's 650 quid admin fee, and they're like, oh, well, we won't pay that. It's like, all right, don't worry then. You don't want to lose out on deals, but at the same time, we are doing more for less with them. And then you're dealing with two customers. You're dealing with Zuto and the customer, and it's just, the shit rolls downhill, doesn't it? The customer moans to them. I've had it loads of times, and they moan to that finance company so much that they know they can't come to us because it's not covered under it, but it takes so long. The admin fees for them must be huge, so they just refund them, and then they try and get the money back off you.
Well, they also sell warranties, so let's be right.
Oh,
they
I've
also
had this
sell
before.
warranties.
Yeah.
They sell them at 12. Something goes wrong with the first 6 months. They send them straight back to us anyway. So it's like we're underwriting their warranty sale.
I don't get that. The warranties they sell is Zoot.
Well, they're selling a third-party warranty. Maybe it's their own, or maybe they've just done a deal with a warranty provider. But yeah, they're selling these customers a 12-month
and then they always
they're not liable.
And then for the first 6, they're not, are they?
Yeah. On the last 6.
Well, I know. Again, there's an argument.
Money for old rope, isn't it?
But
what about an admin fee though, just for selling? Do you not fancy doing one?
No, I mean I don't, because if you do it, you have to notify Auto Trader. Whether you do or not, I don't know, but they say you have to. So because then they
put a thing like no admin fee on your page or whatever.
Yes. I'm sure I don't know if they put your car in the order, so like they virtually add it onto the price, so your car, or do they show what it is and it makes your car look dearer then, because it is dearer. Yeah. It's the whole thing. It's like on eBay, people used to sell something really cheap and charge 15 quid for delivery. So you'd end up at the top of the list, wouldn't you? Oh, fucking hell, this is half price. Well, it's not. Fucking, it's a quid more expensive, but because they've loaded half of it into the delivery charge. So, so no, I don't. And we'll see what happens as we move on into the future. Do we have to do it? Do we need to do it? Or as I say, the margin's realigned.
At the minute, I feel like we have to do it.
Yeah, I'm getting more and more. I've always had a deep,
do you
no,
charge
I don't want to do it.
Regardless, though, this is what I'm saying.
No, I don't at all.
So do you charge it for third-party finance?
I haven't up until now. But now I'm going to start saying like 500 quid for a thingy, because even on the cheapest cars or whatever, with your own finance, you're probably going to earn a few hundred quid commission. But in this case, what pisses me off is we'll do what you do. Finance company phone up, say, do you charge any admin fee? We don't. If you don't, and they're like, oh, well, we charge 150 quid normally, but we can probably waive it. And you're like, all right, okay, cool, 300 quid, whatever it is. And you're like, great, yeah, no worries. And then the deal goes through. When they pay out, it's minus the 150 quid, the 300 quid. And you got then it's your time wasted. You check, why have you charged this? Oh, I don't know what's happened with that. You go around it for weeks to try and get 150 quid, and it's just only out of principle at that point because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But the amount of time that you invest to get that 150 quid is not.
It's not worth it. Yeah, so we just don't bother. It's just like, fuck's sake, right, next time. But yeah, I'm going to start.
We've had one recently, and I forget the name of them. He's buying a 4 Series, 420D, and he went through a third party, and we said, don't use ours because we'll probably get you a better rate anyway. Went through a third party, and they wanted to see the car he was buying off us was a part exchange that came against the car that we'd sold. They wanted to see the invoice for that, so we sent them the invoice without the customer details on. No, we need to see it's got the customer details on, so immediately we've got a GDPR problem. Then they wanted to see my bank account to show that I'd made the purchase for the car or transferred the difference. So I blanked everything else out. They went, no, we need to see all the transactions. And you kind of think, hang on a minute, at what point is this just a transaction, or is this a little bit little bit more than that.
Intrusive.
So yeah, it really is intrusive. So that deal
probing
ended up not
right
going ahead.
into your business for them. Like you say, you need to send me a bank statement proving you've paid for this car. How's about fuck you, man? No, because I've actually not paid for it.
Exactly.
It's on SOR. I don't own it.
Yeah, exactly. They're on to us. But the worst thing was, the deal fell apart. They told the customer, "I'm sorry, the dealership just isn't complying."
Yeah. Oh yeah, they always blame you, don't they?
Yeah.
On our banned list.
Good.
I'm not renewing my FC. I'm not doing finance. Cannot be asked with it. No.
Chatting to a broker last night about finance, and he was saying to me that there's certain lenders that they have that are just doing a flat, really low rate and paying a very, 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 very modest commission to the dealer. And some of his dealer friends were saying, there is no way I am taking all the rights that this finance agreement will afford this consumer over and above normal for £100 a deal. There's no way. I'll just tell people, get a bank loan, get a personal loan. So I think you are, and you'll see lots and lots of people do it.
I've got this emails coming through, you've got to do this bit of training, you've got to do that bit of training. You've got this fee to pay, you've got your renewal fee, you've got this fee to pay, you've got to make sure the customer gets this bit of paperwork. Then I hear all these stories of like, 24 months later, an Ingenium engine goes and someone says, oh, the finance company have sent an engineer out and it was definitely at fault at point of sale. And you're like, why? And the commissions are now only this much. And you're like, you've got a vulnerable customer. Oh, you're just going for a divorce. I've got to note you're a vulnerable customer. It's like, nah, sorry, just can't be arsed with it. No, go, like you say, go and get a bank loan.
Jamie, do you need your finance commissions for your business?
We've not run a business that relies on finance commissions. But if I look at how much profit we've made this year, if we'd have earned no finance commission over those 7 months, then the result for the first 6 months of the year would be even more terrible than it already is. And I say terrible, we're making something. But again, take that finance commission out, that would probably have halved the profit that we've made in this first 6 months. When we're flying, you can just live without it, And again, everything restores to normality. So if nobody had finance commission, everybody would have to make that extra bit.
It's all built in, isn't it, to the margin?
It's funny, isn't it? The consumers like, dealers, they've been stiffing us on finance all the time. I'm glad to see it was coming in. And what are all the dealers saying? I'm going to bin it off. I'm going to get rid of this finance company, get rid of that finance company. So what are you going to do? You're going to end up paying higher rates. You're going to pay at higher rates, higher fees.
All these things where it's like the finance commissions have been disclosed and they're trying to claw money back all the time and whatever. It's not helping anyone. It really isn't. No. It's certainly not helping the end consumer because it's just going to put people out of business. It's going to put prices up. We're going to have to start finding ways to make other money because people seem to think, as a car dealer, you're just having it away. I had someone in the comments on a YouTube video saying, "Oh, you seem all right as a car dealer, but I don't think you still seem like a chancer because you bought." I was looking at a part exchange car and I was like, "Oh, we bought this for £600. It'd probably be £1,600 or £1,800 on someone's forecourt if you want to." Like, "Oh, you're trying to triple your money, you chart." It's like, I know. You sell it for that. You sell it for that and see how much fun you have.
You're also the person in the comment that says the customer's had that car for 6 months, has got a bad clutch. You should put one in for them. On that profit. It doesn't matter how many times you put out a video that goes, I started off with 2k margin, 2.5k margin, and I've just made £400 out of this car, and I've still got up to 6 months before someone can come back. And then you show another car that's got another 2k margin, they're straight back in the comments going, that's outrageous, you should have given more for that car.
We did one recently about getting absolutely shafted on an X5. Did everything we possibly could, genuinely trying to help the customer, and he basically played the rules, the Consumer Rights Act and the fine, to put a bit on finance, completely screwed us. Yeah, and then in the comments below, someone had put, oh good, you're a dodgy car dealer anyway. I'm glad it's come the other way. And I thought...
For once. It's always for once, isn't it? It's always the other way for once.
It cost me 10 grand, that.
It's that for once comment you always get in there as well, isn't it? Well, I'm glad dealers say it. It's like, who's getting shafted? The stories you hear about someone getting shafted is someone's had a car for 8 months and the exhaust has rotted out, or the cat's needed replacing, or our lower arms need replacing. Dodgy dealer. He must have known in advance that it was going to happen.
The thing with, like Jamie was saying earlier, customers being more informed about their rights and whatever, and it's great. That's perfect. We all play by the rules, so you're happy to play by the rules. But the problem is they're using it as like hacks. This is a way you can get a car and have it. And if like the twat who had the Teslas, it's like, oh, I'll have them for 12 months and I can send them back scot-free. It's depreciated 40 grand and whatever. It's like, you bastard. That's what you're saying us car dealers are like.
Oh, that's the irony.
We're fair game though. We're fair game.
Exactly.
Why?
We are. Why? We're fair game.
But they're on the phone to me every week going, you can't go to a dealer and buy a car at 4 or 3 grand anymore. I'm struggling to find a good car at that price point.
Why?
Why?
Hello everyone, just want to say a very quick thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel, for watching this video, and for all the really positive feedback that we are getting on Dealer Chat in total. I really hope you enjoyed this excerpt. There is a full video out tomorrow. It's an hour and 20 long. And if you want to show your support, there's a couple of ways I'm going to ask you to help us out if you can. Firstly, make sure you subscribe to the Shifting Metal 2.0 channel. You'll be up to date with every video that comes out in the future. And secondly, all of our guests come on here, they do it completely free. We do have this channel monetized, but it doesn't generate an awful lot of money. Certainly not more than it costs us to edit it, get it processed, drive places, get it all planned, and buy mics for guests and everything, which is something we're having to do now to make sure the audio quality is good. So if you want to support our guests, it's nothing for me, just the people who come on, a little thank you for their time and effort. You can now go to the Buy a Coffee or Buy Me a Coffee link, and you can buy us all a coffee, just to say thanks because you've sat down and enjoyed it with us. I don't normally like asking like this, but it's not really for me, it's for the guests who are coming on regularly, giving up their time and knowledge, which I know is useful for me, so I'm hoping is useful for you. Do consider it, I would really appreciate it. And I will see you in the full-length video tomorrow. Bye-bye.